So I made a video recently titled Power Shanks is about to be replaced, and I do think that is the case. So what I'm talking about is we have the new film Red Shanks here. Obviously I've done a showcase, you've seen a ton of gameplay on my channel about him already, but today I want to race him against himself. So we're going to take a look at Power Shanks and film Red Shanks, and we're going to see who clears this True Pirate Warrior stage quicker. One run each with no skills, and then one run each with skills to see just, you know, the pure dominance that each can exude. Now, personally, my dark horse, or not even dark horse, but my horse in general in the race is film Red Shanks. I do think Power Shanks is really strong when you get his buffs and stuff, and I do think his overall power is just really up there. But I do think this Shanks is just on another level when it comes to speed and power and armor break and all that stuff. So he kind of plays like a giant character, but small. So we're going to jump into it with film Red Shanks first. So these are the specials we're going with, obviously right here, and then no skills, so we're just going to hop in. Now, honestly, the most annoying part of this stage, the beginning. Like, these two right here are probably the most annoying characters to deal with in general. You have a Logia type, and then you also have a character that's basically, like, he almost feels like a Logia, because all, like, what am I getting hit? Like legitimately, I just got hit by, was that like an after effect of Crocodile's attack? But yeah, these two are by far, like, the most annoying characters to deal with, honestly. But, like, look at that. You see, like, this is, like, the main thing that Shanks has that's, like, insane. His armor break potential is just, and the fact that he's a speed type also, like, helps immensely, because all he has to do is do like one combo string and then boom, he's already done. See, we get Flamingo before. Oh no, I was trying to get Flamingo before we got this cutscene, but we're going at a good pace. The fact that with no skills, we were basically, before that cutscene even finished, basically, we're already at, like, Law and Jinbei. It's actually really, really good. Again, the main thing is speed, so I'm not really, like, looking forward to, like, you know, get an S rank or anything like that. Okay, Jinbei should be almost dead. Let me know who's your least favorite type of enemy to fight. I feel like everyone's gonna say Logia types. But not gonna lie, Law is kind of up there because for whatever reason, as you can tell here, Law takes no damage. Law takes no damage on this stage for some reason while he's in his full force burst. For whatever reason. I don't know if I said burst or burst. But for some reason, he acts like a Logia type. So you can't, like, do anything until you break his guard. Good thing though is that Shanks is, you know, like I said, his combo just, I think it's a 6 combo hit that just literally just, yeah, just breaks, like, everything. Which is, this is honestly, like exciting me, because I'm like, I considering how fast we're going through it, I am excited to see how this is gonna look with skills. And obviously I have an idea, because I did do a video already talking about, you know, showing him at max level gameplay. And one thing I also want to mention, just because, you know, I'm gonna have the pros in my comments, or, you know, whatever, with the data and stuff, which I do appreciate when people, like, try and inform me and, like, how, you know, how they play the game and stuff like that. I'm just gonna inform you, like, obviously take this, like, race situation with a grain of salt. It could run faster, it could run slower, you know, just in case, like, maybe I'm not doing the most optimal combo thing, but I just thought it'd be fun to, like, take a look at both of them, basically one after the other. Mihawk also has a lot of health. Now to finish off my true enemy, Buggy. This Conqueror's Hockey should kill? No. With a skill, that definitely would have, for sure. Another plus that this guy has is that he's a speed type, so I could just spam. Even though the Power Shanks is rather fast, like, that brother's a linebacker, this guy is actually, like, I mean, the plus being a speed is that you're fast, but you also have unlimited stamina. I think the slowest part of this entire stage is always going to be this part, like the beginning. You have Crocodile's a Logia, then you have Fujitora and Kizaru. And if you're lucky enough, you may get through it quick. And so some of them should be dead, maybe? 2 of them at minimum? Okay, 1, okay. Okay, we're in our full force burst though, so this should like do nothing, yeah. I will say though, like this guy like breaks like guard like nobody's business. Alright, moving on to the Emperors. Shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, that like drill move looks so cool. I'm not gonna lie though, like obviously this stage is pretty like you can still get through without skills, no problem. I will say though, I am spoiled by skills. I feel like we all are. You know what I mean? Like I feel like with skills, this Conqueror's Hockey should kill both of them. If I had like Cheat Death and the other skills on, oh my god, man. Oh man, I'm probably definitely going to be running this stage. Like, what I'll do is I'll run both characters in, you know, with the skills like right after I do their initial run, just to feel something. Like, not that this is terrible or they're bad. Obviously, they're really good still, and they do a lot of damage. Obviously, with the level cap and everything too. But man, like I cannot lie. I'm so used to running them with skills. I just want to show, I guess, like in a way too, like the difference of having skills on. And it's not that a character needs skills to be good, because I don't think they do, either of them. But like, you so often aren't so used to getting blown back by characters like Jack doing his like annoying shit right now, where like I can't even get close to him. As compared to before, where like you defeat Jack so quick before he even like blinks, before he can even like do an attack, he's gone. And again, it doesn't mean that the characters are bad. Every character would probably perform about as well as this. The only character that could probably perform faster, look at that, I'm taking so long that Whitebeard showed up behind me, dude. This is literally the first time that I've ever seen Whitebeard show up like up here. I always have to run. I usually fight Blackbeard, Burgess, and then fight Whitebeard, Ace last. That's how you know it's bad. All in all, though, I'm thinking this run is probably gonna be around 15 minutes. Again, I'll cut around so we don't have to have like an hour-long video. But I'm thinking, wow, that just barely didn't kill him. I think in general this run is probably gonna be like same thing with the Power Shanks. Power Shanks might be quicker. Who knows? Again, it's always crazy that Shanks literally tells Whitebeard that he'll have to train for 10 years. Kind of wild. Okay, can you... I swear, every time I'm trying to record, like, I'm not even joking or trying to be like, woe is me. Every time I try to record, all the characters decide to do their, like, special attacks. Like, when I don't record, they don't do this. Like, I'm, like, blowing through it. Burgess should be... Okay, minimum. So after this, we just have Ace, and then we're done with him, or with this, you know, this run, or at least we'll have to fight the final part. But yeah, every time I have to record, that's when they decide to be ignorant. Like now, what's I can't see. I'm trying to combo him towards like the area so it can be quicker. Okay, that works out. Jeez, I'm like rethinking the video because this is like genuinely being really frustrating, and I need to heal. If there should be a chest here. Yeah, there's always a chest here. And I feel like almost ashamed to heal. But I'm not running any skills to like, you know, like cheat death or anything or undying. So I don't really care. But my god, man, that was frustrating getting juggled like that. What, like... I don't know, maybe after I'm done with this, I'll try and get a better recording and get a better time. But if I do that, and like, you know, I have this kind of same issue I had with the other Shanks, I have to be fair, and I have to give that other Shanks another run too. But, like, getting juggled like this, I think this is like the one issue with Shanks in general. Shanks, no matter how strong he is, he's not a giant character that can get, like, that doesn't get juggled. The one thing Shanks needs, as skill-wise, I do think, like, which I'll run it to see, is a skill like Tenacity. Because Tenacity will allow me to not get juggled like a freaking, like a maniac. There we go. There we go. This is what the King of the... No, I mean, not King of the Pirates, but... This is what the red-haired pirates... Like, this is what this shit should look like, man. This is peak. Alright, I'm you, but better. Literally, all I could think about right now, too, is how, like... I'm, like... This is like the Yuji and Mahito scene where, like, I'm you. I tried to deny it. Okay, hopefully even with the race, like, being a little bit scuffed, like, in terms of, like, actual, like, getting juggled and performance and stuff, I hope you see, at least for me so far, the difference between the two. Like, I think by, like, look how easy, dude. He just, like, snaps that guard in half. Six hit. And then a dish maybe should end it. No, he just, yeah, I forgot this little instant of life is just way. Okay, maybe this should end it. Oh, thank God. Got me out of here. Okay, so 17.5 minutes. I really do think I could go at a quicker time than that, but this, to be fair, I want to be fair to Power Shanks and not, like, just run it until I get the perfect run with this Shanks. So let's just hop into the next segment, which would be Power Shanks versus the True Pirate Warrior stage. So this is post-commentary because I guess my mic was muted for the beginning portion here. So yeah, we obviously took off all the skills for Power Shanks and we're running these. Now, obviously this Shanks is pretty good. His Conqueror's Hockey and his To the Heights, I believe, special attack give him the sword buff, the hockey buff. So you can circumvent the whole combo stuff with that. I will be honest though, this was like my second or third attempt because the first attempt I died to I think Kizaru or something. Like this stage is still pretty hard even though we're like 9 levels above it. It's just that, you know, there's just so many enemies. You get juggled, you get hit. You have no defensive skills, no offensive skills to get things done quicker. Overall, it was a rough time recording this, but either I'll probably skip most of this part and just go on to the end of the segment because I think in general I basically was quiet for the most part because I was I was having a good time. I mean, if you saw obviously the last segment where I was filming Red Shanks, it was there was a lot of juggling being involved when you don't have tenacity and you're a small character and like the camera doesn't work with you. There's just a lot of shenanigans, so I might just skip to the results or show some highlights here and there because I do think I talk about some things that I kind of critiqued about this Shanks later on at the end of this portion. But yeah, I'll leave you to it. Okay, I'm hopping back in. So for the longest time, I was just quiet. I had nothing to say. The only input I have from using this Shanks is this was hell to record. I'll probably keep some snippets in there just so I can reference it right now while we finish up this mission, hopefully. The negatives I have with this Shanks. So if you use this Shanks and you're gonna use a combo string like this, but you get interrupted like that, your buff goes away. And I think that's crappy, right? Because it feels like it was all for nothing. I want to do correct something that I've been, I might say in the other, like, recording for the Shanks with the skills, is that Shanks, this Shanks doesn't have the, for me anyway, in my opinion, I feel like he doesn't have the greatest guard break, but his second, like the square triangle, does have a decent guard break. This move right here. This move right here does have some pretty good guard break. And this one too. So I will say he has some decent options. I think if you're going to compare them directly, like which we are, I do still think that the film Red Shanks just hands down has the better just like moves for a break. Like for him, it's so like it's so free and easy. Whoa, oh my dude, Sengoku is. So if you're wondering why I kind of skipped most of this video or this part, is it was just a lot of frustrations like that. It was just very getting juggled, getting low on life, and you know, it hasn't been that fun. But I mean, dude, what am I looking at, dude? Like the parts with the skills is recorded so much quicker, and it's crazy. People are like, "Oh, we need harder stages," and I agree for sure. This stage with skills is an absolute joke. No doubt about that. But like this stage still kicks a ton of ass, man. So yeah, I think this Shanks does have some decent guard break. It's not the worst. So the thing is, I recorded the like a bit out of order. So I recorded this guy with the skills. So which I probably was a mistake because I'm immediately comparing him in my head, like oh man, like to the other one, or with him with skills, and I can't get that therapeutic runoff like I did with the other Shanks, where I was able to like use this one and then go into like the steam rolling with the other Shanks. But you know, it is what it is. This is basically the final part of my recording session. After we finish this this moment, we'll cut back to, you know, with skills and all that stuff or whatever, and then we'll check out the actual timing between all of them. Boom, done. So yeah, overall thoughts on Shanks, especially at the. Well, thank you, Shanks. Thanks for the meat. Initial comparison, I think at its ceiling in terms of raw power, Shanks, which is fun, obviously, right, has more damage. It feels like with his just basic attacks and with the skills we had on, which you know at that point, on which you'll see. But I feel like aside from that and a couple guard break moves that this guy has, the film Red Shanks overall, you might sacrifice some damage. But overall, I feel like the film Red Shanks is just leagues better than this guy. And, like, he's faster. Obviously, he's a speed type. Because he's a speed type, he has the luxury of getting that full force burst, letting him go, you know, as far as he can, as much as he wants. His guard break is so free with just, like, especially if you're in his full force burst, it just happens, right? He's just always breaking guard. And if you add a skill like which we did, you'll see, with tenacity, the guy is more unmovable, right? So they both have that weakness of being small characters with, you know, big potential. But I do think if I'm gonna keep it a buck, I probably would keep this Shanks, Power Shanks, in like high A, maybe top of A, maybe low S. If like, cause I'm gonna update the tier list. Don't worry. I would probably put this Power Shanks high A, low S, just on pure. Like, I don't know, I feel like he's less fun to play, in my opinion. But I would put film Red Shanks like mid S to like high S. He is very, very good, if not one of the best in the game, up there with like Katakuri. And I personally think Koby might be up there too, like Katakuri, Whitebeard, and them, like on the top tiers. They both are really, really good. But yeah, so we'll get into the next segment right now. Yeah. This is how I win. So now we're gonna be running with skills, because that first run without the skills was a blasphemy. But now is my time to shine. I am gonna enjoy this very, very much. So let's see. Okay, so first of all, let's see how tenacity like works, or like how much it actually does change for Shanks. Okay, well I killed. I didn't intend for that, to be honest, because I wanted. So obviously if you know, you know, the little tech right there is to lower the health a little bit of the enemy until it says due to unfavorable situation. So when you do that, it allows the game to like delay that initial Mihawk cutscene, and you get them like Crocodile or whatever like talking like they are now. So usually I like doing that in the beginning of these to just kind of boost ahead. I think one run a long time ago, I was able to like defeat Jinbei, uh, like and Law and stuff before before the cutscene even happened. God, this feels so much better. I'm not gonna lie. I turned the speed full force burst off by accident. But oh my god, the damage! Oh my god, this feels so much better. I feel so happy, just decimating. Oh my god. This feels so much better. Alright, you should be gone. Oh my god, man. Alright, Buggy, you're my next victim. Where are you? Where are you, bud? Let's see if this kills. Yeah, it does. This is how I win. Oh man, this just feels better. Oh, Fujitora, multiple Logias. Oh man, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Oh no. I'm so terrified. Not gonna lie, I kind of sad that he. Well, that's fine. I'm kind of sad that Akainu like took that. Basically, he had like a smidge of health. But you already see the difference, man. Like I don't like. Again, I know the skills are available to people, but and like some people might be like, well, if a character needs skills to be good, then are they actually good? What was the line? Are you the strongest because you're Satoru Gojo, or are you Gojo, like whatever the hell, because you're the strongest? Like, you know what I mean? Turn this off. Try and get my full force burst back. I'm expecting this run to be like 5 minutes, probably. I'm expecting it to be like 5 to 6 minutes. We're moving pretty quick. We're probably gonna get screwed here with the spawn. Oh no, okay, cool. So our spawn was fine. So they didn't take a while to spawn in, so that's good. But as I mentioned probably in the video or the segment before this, one of the pluses that the other Shanks has is that he'll get the full force burst, or when he does the Conqueror's Haki, and I believe another move. I'll double check. I forget. It's another special, but he can access his like sword buff by doing that as well, not just through the combo string. But this Shanks doesn't. This Shanks does Conqueror's Haki. He doesn't access it. Like the reason I have it obviously is because through the combo string. Also, a huge W that they gave him a special that you can do in the air. Yeah, remember last time we were with this Shanks, we took so long that Whitebeard literally came on his own. He literally ran up past Blackbeard to come attack me, which is kind of wild. Alright, they should kill Sabo. Maybe Ivanko? Oh, well, well, Ivanko literally just bumped right into it and took the brunt of that. Dude, this is like insanely great, like RNG. Because they literally were at a perfect spot so that we can end up here where we have to fight the rest anyway. Get my specials back. Oh man, they're about to go through it. Let's see how fast we melt them. Okay. Shanks already at half health. That took another like quart. Shanks is about to die. Shanks died to the tornado, dude. Jesus. Dude, oh, that felt, oh man. I'm sorry. I had to because I'm not, that felt nice because and like therapeutic. I had such a rough time with that first run that, oh man, this felt nicer. This felt so much nicer. Alright, so we'll get into the or look at the time and then we'll get into the power shanks with skills segment now. Just barely over 6 minutes. Insane. That was really good. Alright, let's move on. Oh boy, so we're basically running the same exact skills that we ran on the other shanks to kind of guess keep it, you know, equal. Again, pure offensive build. It should do about the same, right? So we'll see. I do think this shanks will be about as good, if not better, in terms of speed. I don't want to make the mistake that I did where I killed Flamingo by accident. Alright, that should be enough to trigger his little cutscene thing. I don't know how that reached me. What? I swear hitboxes in this game are very interesting. Okay, so they're both... Okay, so we beat Flamingo. This should kill Crocodile. Cool. So that's what I was talking about in my other segment with the film Red Shanks. They do that, and you could probably... If I was faster, I could probably have defeated maybe Law. Yeah, see, the thing with this Shanks, though, is like... His gauge, or not his gauge, his buff may be kind of annoying, but in terms of like getting it, and by annoying I don't mean like it's impossible. I just think it's like, I don't know, man. Like compared to the film Red Shanks, I just think this one's like, I don't know. They could be. I don't know, man. They might be equal. I feel like this one has. It seems like more power. Like I'm literally. I feel like I'm doing less special attacks. I'm just like demolishing like with basic attacks. Like, I felt like the other Shanks was definitely demolishing too. But in a weird way, I feel like just pure, like, I'm just mashing square. Like, look how much damage I do. It's that final hit too. Okay, so moving on. Yeah, I think the timing might be... I feel like the other Shanks might be faster just because he has a stamina advantage as well, but we'll see. Also, the fact that he attacks faster obviously is a big plus. Okay, unfortunately, both of them didn't really... Yeah, see, that's the thing with the other Shanks is I just feel like his break gauge may be a little bit stronger. Like, you know, oh my god, okay, dude, like, I think the worst feeling in this game is getting juggled. Yeah, like the other Shanks would have been like the other Shanks literally would have already broken their like stamina and everything. The other Shanks would have been so I think the other thing obviously is his attack speed. The other Shanks has much faster attack speed. But I just feel like this one might just have just pure raw power. Which makes sense because the other one's a speed type, this one's a power type. Alright, we can move on now. Even though I say that about, like, you know, the fact that we might be a little slower than the other one, I think, in actuality, we might be a little faster. I think this one's just pure offense. Look at this, dude. Just mashing square with the full force burst active and with these skills on, it's just much cleaner. I'll do this just because Jack gets annoying with sending people flying. But just the fact that, like, I do this much damage just mashing square is kind of wild. Do the Conqueror's Hockey, get our sword buff back. I kind of want to... I guess I should just go back and finish up Sabo and them since they're following me. They should kill both? Oh, Sabo activated, okay. Yeah, so that special also gives him the sword buff. Okay, yeah, we unfortunately are getting delayed because Sabo wants to be a dick. Okay, come on now. He's gonna have to do this, speed it up. It's weird seeing Koby, like, his model. Even though you could play as that version of Koby, I think that's probably my one disappointment with this Koby, is that the fact that they just were kind of lazy and just gave us the pre-time skip Koby. Perfect. This right here makes up for lost time. That made up for a lot of lost time. Because we lost time fighting with Sabo in his, like, stupid Logia form, but now moving on... that one shot basically. Let's do this. I don't know if this will kill Sabo, but okay, awesome. He's honestly the most annoying one because of his Logia situation. Do this. Maybe Shanks is dead? Almost. And then do this. It's kind of crazy that this attack essentially just became nice. Okay, that was satisfying. We had a triple kill with that attack. It's kind of crazy how that attack just literally became a normal combo for Film Red Shanks. Alright, so let's look at the time, and then we'll head into the comparison and see who was faster overall. Okay, so 7 minutes and 25 seconds. Honestly, I think obviously we could go a little faster. We did get it delayed a couple times with, I think, Kizaru and Akainu. And I feel like it's just a roll of the dice, you know. It's not something I could control too well. I guess you could to a certain extent, but, you know, Sabo was also quite annoying. So that's the result for this Shanks with skills. So we're going to head into the, you know, finale and compare all four. Okay, so looking at the results right now. So in the initial run, we had Film Red Shanks get a time of 17.5 minutes, basically, which is a whole minute shorter than the Power Shanks. Power Shanks had a time of 18 minutes and 36 seconds, which again, you'll see probably see me cut most of it because it's been a long recording session. So moving on to the actual skill test. For Film Red Shanks, we had a time of 6 minutes and 22 seconds, just shy over 6 minutes. And then we had for Power Shanks a time of 7 minutes and 25 seconds, both extremely fast. Obviously, they could be faster given some variables, but yeah, I do think Power Shanks can maybe move a bit faster. I think what gave Film Red Shanks the edge, which I mentioned multiple times in this recording session, is his guard break. In the True Pirate Warrior stage, there are so many enemies that have either invincibility, Logia types. Like, let's see, you fight Kizaru, Akainu, Crocodile. Freaking Flamingo may as well be a Logia too if all the crap he spawns in. Law, you can even count Law because his full force burst gives him that invincibility, right? So he's like a Logia in spirit. But then you also have all those giant characters, right? Ace as well. Then you fight Sabo twice. There are so many characters in this mode that can like go invincible for a little bit. Film Red Shanks just annihilates that because of his guard break and his natural combos. And his natural combos just give him his hockey buff, right? His sword goes on fire, then the more you combo, the more you do stuff. With Power Shanks, I feel like he has a couple combos and a special attack that can, you know, give him some decent guard break. Then the other thing that the special attacks give him, specifically Conqueror's Haki and I think the two Pirate Heights or whatever, they do give him his sword buff. Aside from that though, like, you have to do the full combo with the sword, and you know, it's kind of annoying. The only plus side to this though is that Power Shanks, I feel, is definitely stronger. I feel like he does way more damage in terms of his base attacks compared to Film Red Shanks. I do think Power Shanks with his full force burst and his sword buff, like, I was defeating enemies that took I didn't need to do specials, but I used special attacks on them with Film Red Shanks. With Power Shanks, it felt like I was just destroying them, like, naturally, just spamming square, right? That's the other thing too, is like with Film Red Shanks, I felt more fine using my triangle specials because I can get my sword buff through combat. With Power Shanks, it feels like I can't, like, if I really want to keep damage up and stuff like that, I kind of just have to be using square for the most part. There are some, you know, special attacks like the square triangle that does good guard break, the little tornado, but you know, that would also use up. The other thing that this Power Shanks is really annoying is that if you're in the middle of doing your, you know, your combo string with the triangle button with your sword buff and you get interrupted and knocked back, you lose your sword buff, right? Because it's considered used at that point. So I don't know. Those are my initial, or like my thoughts in general with this race. I think Power Shanks for sure for me got replaced, especially, you know, playing them back to back like this. It definitely becomes evident for me anyway that I'll go back to Power Shanks maybe a couple times, but evidently I'll probably just stick with Film Red Shanks. He's more fun, he's faster, way flashier, and he has a lot of cooler special attacks. On the plus side for Power Shanks, like I said, his special attacks, some of them give him the hockey buff, as opposed to the other one where Film Red Shanks, even using Conqueror's Haki, does not give him his sword buff. So, you know, it is what it is there. But overall, let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. Do you like the new Film Red Shanks over the Power Shanks? Which one were you rooting for in this video to succeed? Let me know if you still prefer playing Power over Film Red. Maybe you like just how much more powerful he is. Another plus that the Film Red one has, he has a Hockey Walk taunt that they took away from the base Shanks that he had in Power Warriors 3. So overall, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We are over, what, 90? We're close to 9,200. If y'all can be so great to just keep hitting that subscribe button if you're new to the channel and just get us to 10K. You guys have been amazing with the support for the past, basically, what, 6 months ever since I came back to YouTube with this game. I just love y'all and appreciate it. And I can't wait to keep making more content for y'all. So in the meantime, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.